welcome. We're back. We're live from Alachua. Welcome to the show. I'm glad you came by and are taking some time with me today. So I have a great show for you today. I have an awesome guest, and you're going to love what she has to say a little bit later. I'm going to touch into a few things just to get us going, get the show going. Talk a little bit about what's going on with Alachua, because our show is brought to you by the Alachua Chamber of Commerce, the Digital Mortgage Guy, that's me, and the Alachua Optimist Club. And I do want to say something about the Alachua Optimist Club. Now, this club is growing fast, and if you want to be part of it, they have a Facebook page, Optimist Club of Alachua. Check them out. Reach out to them there. Get involved, because they're going to be doing networking events. They're going to be doing events for the community. They're in the fundraising phase right now. They're going to be involved with the new MAM thing that's coming up in Alachua. They're getting involved in many ways, and their ultimate goal is to bring a positive message and improve the lives of the kids of Alachua. So I'm telling you, it's a great organization to be part of, and they are growing. They were founded, originally founded in 1919, but they are founded in Alachua in 2019, and let me tell you, you need to be involved with them. Let's hit some Alachua announcements. I want to let you know, again, The Wiz is this Saturday. This Saturday, The Wiz is a play that's going to be in Alachua. If you go to Alachua's Facebook page, City of Alachua's Facebook page, you can find out information there. It's a play. It's going to be great. It's free. You can't go wrong with that. Free is awesome. The Champagne Gala is coming up February 13th in Alachua. And my guest has a little bit of input on that today, so we'll talk about that. But that's going to be going on. Also, the car show is coming. It's going to be Gator Nationals weekend and the MAM Fest. And what is MAM Fest? What's that mean, right? March, April, May. There's going to be Music Fest in Alachua. And so what's going on is the Alachua is sponsoring, bringing in great music acts and this big festival that's going to go on. So it's called the MAM Fest. I'm telling you, it's just now starting the promotion on that, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Free. Can't go wrong with free. So let's hit our viewer question of the day. And if you have a viewer question that you would like to get submitted, either leave a comment below or either send me a message, and we'll get it on the show and answer it for you. So one of the questions we have is, where are rates going? What's going on with interest rates? Are they still low, or what's going on? So here is a chart here. So this is a mortgage-backed security chart. And if you see that little dip there, I don't know if I can reach over, but I can't. Okay, so if the little dip there, that was a bad part of rates for us. What was going on is we were seeing a big shift in rates, and they were starting to go down. We had mortgage loan officers jumping out of windows. Everything was going haywire. We were crazy because rates went up about a quarter point. They weren't that bad. Rates are still good. So the good thing is we've seen rates start to tick back and improve back a little bit from where they were. But they're not as good as they were. But we are seeing a little volatility in the market, so just be aware if you're still on the fence about rates, they could start to tick up. So your window is shrinking if you're looking at a refinance and you have a target rate you want to be. So you want to reach out to your mortgage advisor that you have talked to and want to find out where rates are sitting. They can review your situation and see if it makes sense for you. And is this Bernie up there? Bernie's everywhere. I tell you, Bernie is in every, look at that. He's way up there. He's sitting there. He's holding the rates flat for us. Bernie is all over the place. So, I mean, and that's one thing I've loved in the world of internet is we've seen Bernie everywhere, everywhere. Who knew Bernie would unite the country? I mean, who knew that? I mean, we're all excited about that. So, our next step here, I've got to do it every single time. My shameless plug. It's going to be my shameless plug for my YouTube page, and it is unofficially sponsored by Miapa Cafe. Unofficially, I'm telling you, but you can't go wrong. I mean, their coffee, their food, everything is amazing about them. So this is my shameless plug for my YouTube page. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, so look up the Digital Mortgage Guy, and you'll be able to see quick and fast mortgage tips on there. I'm not making them long and drawn out, and I have a whole slew of new videos going on there. I'll give you a sample of one video I have on there just to show you the length of time. It's a credit tip video, so you can see how it kind of rolls. But the next ones will be even better than this one. This one I just kind of...
Hey, Joe here with a quick credit tip I want
Some
to
of you
give
can
you.
hear it.
I know a lot of people like to use their credit cards.
Right here, I'm talking
pay
about
the
credit
bills through the
tips.
month and buy things and do things. They charge it up and then they pay it off at the end of the month. One thing you want to make sure that you pay attention to, because if you charge up balances on your credit card and it reports, then it can actually affect your credit score. So know your credit card reporting date. When your credit card reports to the credit bureau, you can go to Credit Karma or look at your credit report and see the dates of when those are reported. So you know to make sure that you pay off that balance before that reporting date, because therefore your credit card is reporting the zero balance versus the $3,000 balance that you just paid off. Because if you're getting that balance over 35% towards your maximum balance that you can have on the credit card, it's going to affect your score. Any balance affects your score to a certain degree, but the higher you get, the worse it gets. So just pay attention to the reporting date and make sure you're paying off that balance before then. And that will make sure that you don't lower your score unintentionally, even though you're paying off your card every single month. Hope that helps.
All right, there it is. So that's just a quick example. That one's on credit tips. What that was talking about was your credit reporting dates, which can be important. Those are very important when you're looking at when your credit is going to be reported. So if you're paying down your balances, you got to pay attention to that stuff. So that's what that video was all about. And it was quick, about 1 minute and 30 seconds of your life I took away from you right there. So now, let's get to the good stuff. My guest. If you've been looking through Gainesville magazines, or if you've been in Gainesville for any period of time, you should know who my next guest is. And she's an amazing person. She's involved in the community like you wouldn't believe. And she has embarked on a new adventure, which I wanted to talk to her a little bit about today. So we're going to introduce my next guest, Linda Rocha.
Hi, Joe.
Thanks for coming on.
I'm so happy to be here.
I like our background music we got going on.
I do. I was sort of doing this while I was watching your video. Yeah. I couldn't hear it, but I was imagining you were singing.
We heard that in the background while the video was playing that you were listening to. So we were listening to some good music.
Yep.
Unofficially sponsored by Miapa.
I didn't get any. Just saying. One of my favorites.
We will have.
Best in town.
No,
I didn't get any.
We have a very low budget here. So. We did give you water. So,
Just so I don't dehydrate.
So I'm glad you were able to make it onto the show.
I'm so glad to be here. I watch the show. I watch. You are my social media hero. I love what you do with your family. I get such a kick out of them. You two, I just think you're great at this. This is absolutely great.
Thank you. I try to make as much of a fool of myself as I can, especially on
and we love it. We love it
on TikTok, especially.
Oh, the TikToks are the best.
We would like to share them on here, but they squish, so we can't really.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah, it's just the way the format's going to be, so we can't really show them there. But
well, then people are just going to have to go on TikTok and like you.
Yeah, and all the TikToks that I do actually will be shared on my YouTube page. So if you subscribe there, you will find them there. They're all getting uploaded actually this week.
Win-win.
So all that's getting on there.
Win-win.
So I want to touch on where did you originally come from? You're not from Gainesville, right?
You mean my New York accent?
Just that small.
My New York accent isn't making your ears bleed?
I had an inclination that it may not be. I'm born and raised here, so that's why.
Yes, my accent has been known to make ears bleed. I'm originally from New York. I spent most of my adult life in New York. I moved down here in 86 or 87 and made my home in South Florida. And then my son came up to Gainesville for one reason or another. I don't know why. I think his friend was going to UF and he was going to keep him company.
Nice.
So he made his home here and married a local girl and was born and raised in Gainesville, who has strong roots in Gainesville. So I knew they were never coming back. That was it. So he asked me to retire and to come up there, and me and my husband be like have a family in his home with his children and just be grandparents and nothing else. No careers, just
Wow.
be grandparents, which was great for about 5 months.
And then you're like,
I
okay.
loved it. It was utopia, but retirement was just like so not my thing. So I met Kim Tuttle from Dance Alive. We clicked, we met, and I became the director of development for Dance Alive and migrated over to director of marketing at some point. And I've been very involved with them and being involved with Dance Alive, who's been around for, this is our 56th season.
Wow.
So
56.
they are very embedded in the community. I said one of my hardest challenges was trying to find that one person in Gainesville that didn't know Kim Tuttle or Judy Skinner. Everybody knows them. And everybody has been through the doors of Pofall Studio, the home of Dance Alive. So, you know, it made my job easy because everybody was familiar with the organization and they knew what a wonderful organization it was. And I just fell in love with it and threw myself in, you know, everything into working with this organization. And we created some great events. We've had amazing performances. We are one of the very, very few ballet companies that has survived the pandemic. We did not close for the season.
Wow.
We made it work. Our dancers wanted to dance so desperately that instead of doing 2 Nutcracker performances to a full house, they did 6 Nutcracker performances with no intermission, so there was no mingling, to like audiences of 300.
Wow.
Just to, you know, and they do anything. Right now they're doing a studio series. They're having 20 people come in at a time for performances in the rehearsal space. Every precaution's taken. We are so proud that not one single case has been tracked back to Dance Alive at any event or performance or in the studio. Our dancers, they're taking such amazing precautions. There hasn't been so much as a cold this season, and usually they're sharing everything back and forth. If this dancer gets a cold, you know it's going to go through all of them. Nothing this year. They've been wonderful, and they've put so much of their heart into making it work.
I mean, my experience. I was in the dance and the Dancing with the Stars, and my experience with that was awesome. I mean, the professionalism of the dancers. And this is the Champagne Gala where we're talking to it. There's a picture of me dancing with Barbara, and she made me look good. Hands down, she made me look good. And so, I mean, it was so much fun. Actually, I had so much fun doing it. I wanted to be.
Everybody.
Poor Barbara was like, Joe's back for practice again. It's just like, I was there constantly. And I wore today in honor of that, exactly what I wore.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's amazing.
Yep, tried to duplicate it. So, but I mean, it was such an amazing experience, the professionalism. And in watching, you don't realize what and there's Bernie again. Bernie
He wanted a good seat.
He's got the best seat in the
He
house right
wanted
there.
a good seat. You know, I figured all the work he's done on social media lately, he deserved a good seat.
I mean, uniting the country, Bernie Sanders, right there. He's everywhere. I mean, you do not realize just how hard it was. And that one, she made me look good. The way she threw up on that, I was able to threw herself up, not threw up, but
it's
threw herself up.
It's hard work.
It made it
People
light
don't
for me
realize.
because I'm not real strong, and so she was able to throw. And I had a good rivalry going with Chief Scott.
Oh, he was good.
Yeah,
when he walked out in his uniform, I was like, oh, he's taking the cheap shot. He's going
all the way. And so him and I were going back and forth, and you know, and then he has to do this right here. He has to go and outdo me big time by putting her over his head and just demolishing me. So I never have forgiven him for that.
Yeah.
But
when I saw him in the uniform, I said, "Oh, that's a cheap shot." That's the advantage right there.
It was so much fun. I mean, the dancers are just awesome, and they're so professional. You don't realize how technical and challenging it actually is. They make it look so easy. They make it look just like a flow.
They are athletes. They are true athletes.
This current group that we have going through, we have a good group going through. I've seen people posting, and doing a lot. I know Doreen and Craig have been posting a lot out there.
A lot of realtors. You know, it's a lot of realtors are in the Dancing with the Stars. There's something about that drive.
Yeah.
You know, I guess it's that competitive drive.
The competitive, the entrepreneurial drive, the competitive.
Hard work, good work ethic.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Just strong, you know, with a lot of realtors and mortgage people have come through, finance bankers. A lot of them have come through Dancing with the Stars. They've left blood on the floor.
We want to beat everybody.
Maybe that's it. And
we want to win, you know.
Yep.
And so you got to raise the money. You got to make it happen. And so I mean, it was an amazing experience. And it's going to be in Alachua at the.
We have moved it to Alachua. We love Alachua. Alachua has been so good to Dance Alive, and we've been wanting to be a recognizable presence there, slowly but surely. And we weren't sure, you know, how effective we were being until we did our Nutcracker Under the Stars this season. Everybody showed up.
Yeah.
Everybody showed up. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Last year, unfortunately, we did the same thing, the Nutcracker Under the Stars, and it rained. So it was kind of hard. And the amphitheater at the Multipurpose Center is such a beautiful place. It's brand new. They have that huge lawn. It's just a beautiful, just to bring a blanket, a chair, your kids, grandma, you know, and just sit out there. It was such a great, the dancers just had such a fabulous experience doing that. We were just so proud of that, we couldn't believe. People were socially distanced. They kept to their own private groups. They had their own blankets. But they all turned out. They all turned out. People were just dying for something to do that they could do it without feeling guilty or.
Correct.
And the Nutcracker Under the Stars just was like, just endeared Alachua to our hearts so much.
It's the beauty of the field. That's nice and flat, and actually with the social distancing thing for me, kind of selfishly, I guess, is you get your own little spot. And they would make little areas, and no one's all over you, and you can kind of just relax and
people
you just
are very
enjoy
respectful.
it. And you know the way they've done Legacy, you've got a beautiful playground, which by the way is fully accessible even for handicapped children, which is amazing that they did it that way. So a child in a wheelchair can actually get on a merry-go-round. And seeing the one kid that I saw get there, and when he was rolling out and he was saying, I can do that, that almost brought me to tears.
I'm telling you, Alachua is such a gem.
They have been doing a lot.
I love it. I love it. And so we've moved our Champagne Gala to Alachua. The old venue wasn't allowing us to have the same amount of people. Excuse me. And what a good move it was. We are so excited about it. The space at the Multipurpose Center, I think it houses like 8 basketball courts.
It's huge.
It's huge.
It's insanely big. I mean,
it's so, and it just so fits at this venue. We made the dance floor bigger. We have air scrubbers going the night before, the morning of. There's going to be sanitizers, you know. There's so many health checks in place for this, and we've had medical staff advising us every step of the way to make this an event that people can actually feel that they're at an event again. They're socializing and they're safe.
And they say, to get tickets, do you just go to Dance Alive's website?
You can go to champagnegala.org.
Okay, champagnegala.org is where you're going to
You get all the information there. This is going to be live streamed. If you really can't go for many reasons, you can live stream, watch the whole event, watch your dancer, vote for them. Every link is on that site. We have virtual options, which we actually deliver champagne to your home.
Oh, wow.
We have out-of-town virtual experiences where you'll receive, an Uber card, and there's just so many options. champagnegala.org. Just go scroll through them. You can vote there, you can view there, you can order tickets there. It has everything.
You guys have set it up. We could talk on this all day long, but I wanted to touch on one other thing too, is being a woman of just being involved in everything and doing everything so well. You've moved into a new venture.
I haven't really moved into it. It wasn't like a sudden thing. I've always wanted to do real estate, always, when we lived in New York, we owned some rental properties, and we were landlords, and we sold, and you know, and they always said to me, why are you doing this through an agent? Why aren't you doing this yourself? You're so good at it. Not for me. I was in the medical field at that time. Whole nother show. So when I came to Florida, I said, maybe I'll do it here. It's something I've always wanted to do. And again, I got involved in the entertainment industry, and I just got put on the back shelf. So I figured I'm in the third of my life, so I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And I went to, you know, I did the real estate school, and I said, you know what, I'm only doing this once.
Yeah.
I'm passing this the first time, and I'm reading all the statistics that only 43% pass it the first time. Most people, you know, give up halfway, and I was like, no, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it right. So I really threw myself in 200%. I've gone to every post class I can possibly go. I want to speak with mortgagers. I want to learn about mortgages. I just want to do this so that when somebody calls me, they have the confidence that they know somebody has put in the groundwork, so they don't have to.
Yeah.
You know that. So I'm really, really going into this, and I've created some things, building a brand, and it's just something I've always been meant to do. So it's such a natural transition. I'm still going to be with Dance Alive. I've told them that I will always be there for them, you know, and help them however I can. They're always a part of my heart, and I've invested so much in there. I will never lose that. So I will always be there to help them with whatever. So I get the best of both worlds. It's such a win-win situation for me.
Well,
I've never had to work a day in my life, and I don't plan to.
See, that's good. And you're fit for this, for because you have what I see. I mean, I've been in the mortgage business 24 years, and I've seen many realtors and different people in our industry. And what it takes in this is someone who has a caring heart, is professional. It puts the customer definitely first, and it's not. And so you're going to be that type of person. You're going to do really well in it. Period. Just because Thank you. You're going to, hands down.
Coming from you, that means a lot to me. It really does.
I appreciate that, because you're going to do well, because you're going to take care of your clients, and word of mouth is more than any kind of anything else that you do out there. Is people are going to recommend you over and over and over, because it's just the way you are, the genuine giving.
Thank you.
You know, because when we were working on trying to do the for the chamber, we were going to do the
that hurt my heart.
You know, and we were working on a big event, and you just donated your time. They say, hey, I'm here to help. Period. And just and that's the kind of giving spirit that you have, and that the most successful realtors that I see, and the most successful people in general, have that giving spirit where they're willing to just give, and there was no what am I getting out of it? There was none of that in there. So your whole mindset is that.
I've been inspired by the realtors here in Gainesville. I have to say, from every brokerage that I've met, any of the realtors, I am so impressed with them. You know, and coming from the background that I had said, I've had a lot of interaction with realtors and people that worked in real estate, and lovely people, but Gainesville's brokers and their realtors and their mortgage people, they are just so vested in the community and the people, and it just amazes me. It just makes my heart smile when I see any charity organization. I know if I look on the list, I'm going to see 5 or 6 names I know.
Yeah.
That, you know, just from people, and again, it's the what's in it for me? Nothing.
No, I mean, but you're doing all the right moves, and you know, I saw Doreen commented on there. She can't wait till.
She's doing awesome. I've heard some good. I want to go through a quick run of the dancers we have if we have time.
Let's do that.
We've got Amanda Reed, nurse practitioner. You know, she's up there in the front lines, so got to cheer for her. Doreen Weeby. Doreen, Paris Colway Banker. Come on, she's awesome. She's gorgeous.
And she's dancing with.
And she's.
Who's she?
I don't have their partners' names with me. And
Aaron.
She's dancing with Iran?
Aaron, yeah.
Yes, she's dancing with Iran. Oh, she's lucky.
Yeah, that's he's good. He's awesome.
Some of these are celebrity Dancing with the Stars have really got a little edge because they've got those extra dancers with Kathy Curtis. She's owner of Gainesville Aircraft Sales. Carol Fiola, she's a dentist. Again, she's up there in the front lines working.
Yeah.
Craig Wilburn. Craig Wilburn. He's at Keller Williams, who I'm with, Keller Williams. I never mentioned that. I'm with Keller Williams Realty. Great brokerage house. They're amazing. So Craig is with them, and I love him, adore him, and he's got a big cheering section. Adam Anderson. Adam Anderson's close to my heart. He is a general manager of the Holiday Inn on University.
Yeah.
He was, I think when I first met him, he was president of the Hospitality Council, which I go to all their meetings. And I just love him to death. And he's been so supportive of us over the years. Angela Thorpe, she's director of the African American Heritage at UF. Cole Dooley. Cole Dooley, if you have a moment, go online and look up the Dooley Foundation. It's please just look it up. I'm not even going to go into it.
Yeah.
You really need to look it up.
Look it up.
He's a pediatric anesthesiologist, but please just do a little research into the Dooley Foundation. Louis Rodriguez. Oh, wait, I got backwards here. Oh, I skipped Louis. Louis is he's public defender, right? Yeah. Louis is a public defender. Annette Parrish, she's a realtor again, another realtor, McDonald's owner, and a SAG actors. These people are amazing. Steve Price. Steve Price is a pastor at Trinity Church.
Yeah.
What an eclectic collection. I mean, is this the most eclectic collection of dancers?
Yep.
Pablo Casamilas, amazing CEO of Rutex. Also, he collaborated with the Innovate Gainesville book. Look for it. It's amazing. It's a beautiful, just look for it. Yeah. It's great. And buy it. Rebecca Lamb. Rebecca Lamb's another one who's close to my heart. I know her from the Hospitality Council, GM Spring Hill Suites over down on Archer. She's like a little chihuahua. Wait till you see her dance. She's amazing.
I'm looking forward to this event.
Yeah, it's going to be Tim Rock. He's a partner at Casa Atlinger, and but his street creed is that he's a board member at Dance Alive. So,
there you go.
So that's our crew.
He has to perform.
He's so eclectic. I love this group. It's going to be so much fun.
It's going to be. I mean, I've been seeing the activity. I'm seeing the everybody's ready. Everybody's going for it, and so that's why you want to go to the event or watch it virtually, because I'm telling you, it's a lot of fun.
There are 2 awards. The People's Choice is the dancer that raises the most money through votes. Each vote is a monetary donation. So the dancer that raises the most wins the People's Choice Award. It's a beautiful crystal award. And then there's the Judges Award. I wish I had the judges list with me. I can't remember the judges' names.
That's all right.
But they're very predominant judges. I love them to death. And they get the Judges Award, another beautiful crystal award. And this is definitely gives you bragging rights.
Yeah.
Definitely. Anybody I know who's won the awards, they keep them very well presented in their office. They make sure it's like a backdrop for Zooms and whatnot.
You earned it. I mean, I didn't win.
But you worked so hard. Your competition was real tough that year. Your competition, I think you were against Gosha?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't have a chance.
I didn't have a chance from day one.
You didn't have a chance.
It was over.
It was over.
I got good pictures out of it. So,
you did, but it was fun. Did you drop any weight? Everybody drops weight.
I did. I was in shape. I actually was in shape, and I wish I could just do that dancing all the time, because it was so much fun.
Paris Dance, who is one of our sponsors, they donate their time. Speaking about big hearts, Paris Dance donates their time to teach these dancers. It's 14 different dances, so that's 14 different routines they have to come up with, 14 different time slots to work around everybody's schedule out of their business, who they're trying to keep and run a business. So it is an amazing donation. Paris Dance, and a lot of dancers are Dancing with the Stars. After they've done this, they've continued their ballroom lessons.
Yeah.
A lot of people have continued their ballroom lessons. Dan Hathcock from Unforgettable Events has always done the decor, and he's doing it again this year. Amazing, over the top. He is going to convert that multi-purpose center into.
I can't wait to see.
It's going to be gorgeous.
To see how that comes out.
Blue Water Bay. Byron is bending over backwards to make this event just over the top. So there's so many things. Duo Studios, Diamond at Duo Studios is going to be taking care of all our live streaming and everything. We have such a good support system. It's never going to fail.
Well, you've done a lot of work towards it too, and you're the unsung hero behind the scenes. Because I mean, you really are good at putting this stuff together.
It's a joint effort. None of us could do it alone. I have Emily Pozak.
Well, I know you.
Susanna Petty is chair of the committee this year. So it's an amazing group.
What they do is truly amazing. And that's, again, it's just something how, like I was saying before, how you're a giving heart towards it. You want to give towards it. You want to talk about it, make these things happen, and it gives a lot to the community. You know, you have your own show too. You have your Backyard Betties.
I do.
Bernie.
Hi, Bernie. He came to visit me. How this started was, I took a good friend of mine she was going to New Orleans or Colorado someplace, and she asked me, she was making reservations. And she said she didn't know how she was going to get to the airport. You know, Orlando was so far. I said, why aren't you leaving out of the Gainesville airport? She looked at me and she goes, why would I leave out of Gainesville airport? Nobody leaves out of there. It's too expensive, it's this, that. And I was like, are you kidding? I said, look it up. So she looked it up and she said, I've lived here my whole life and I've always gone out of Jacksonville or Orlando. So I thought to myself, people coming into Gainesville for the first time, people that have lived here, don't know a lot about the hidden gems. So I decided to do a Backyard Buddy, which explores all the little places. Well, the airport's not a little place, but explores little places that either people that have lived here for a long time don't know about, or people. I've run into so many people that don't know the wildlife sanctuaries we have right here in Gainesville.
So many assets.
They just don't know. So I started this little, I don't know, what would you call these?
That's like a live cast, almost like a live cast. Not, I guess you wouldn't call it necessarily a podcast, but it's a live cast.
Yeah, and they're just little videos that this first episode that I did was on the airport. They took me behind the scenes, explained all the changes that are going on in the airport, which is great. They have some great stuff going on there. You got to meet Beamer, the explosive sniffing dog. And so my next episode is going to focus on the Sweetwater Branch Inn, which is like in the middle of downtown, and just you'd make one little turn off the street and you're in a whole nother world.
A whole nother world.
So we're going to explore that, and I have like a huge list that people have given me, to go into and explore. I can't wait till I get into the wildlife sanctuaries. Oh my gosh, the wetlands. I know people that have lived here for years that have never gone to Sweetwater wetlands.
No.
I went there, my first trip there, I saw bison, mustang, alligators.
Yes. Oh yeah.
And it was amazing. And I went at sunrise just to get some sunrise pictures.
Oh, it's a good time to go.
I was in competition with Duncan. Go to his Facebook page. Wow.
Duncan, his photos. I've watched him evolve into this.
He is amazing.
This professional.
He so inspires
level.
me.
His photos.
And he's just such a great guy.
Oh my gosh,
just
his
such
photos.
A great guy. So so places like that people just don't know. So that's what I'm going to do. Each episode's just going to take you to a little area. They're less than 15 minutes long. The longest one I think was the 15-minute one. But it's just going to take you to little areas that if you're first coming to Gainesville, you might want to check out or just know that it's there. And I'll hit the skate parts, for kids.
Yeah.
When I say hit it, I mean I'll be far away with a camera, not having any
skating?
participation, no skating, no skating. So, I'll cover all those areas, just things you just wouldn't find, or even asking your realtor may not, they may not know where the skateboarding parks are, the BMX parks are, just things like that. So I just want to introduce people, and for the people that live here too. There's a lot they don't know. My husband says Gainesville to him when we first came here, and he's a New York City boy. He lived in Greenwich Village one time. He's just a New York City boy. And I thought he would hate Gainesville. And he said to me that Gainesville is so perfect to him because it's the blend between Greenwich Village and Woodstock.
Nice.
And I
nice,
said,
yep.
you know, that's a perfect way to describe it. This is the perfect blend. You have your city, you have your country, you have your nature, you have your tech. It's just all there. It's just all there.
I see that all the time. I mean, with Gainesville and the Alachua area, I'm born and raised here, and I've never left. I mean, I've traveled, I've seen a lot, but I've always stayed in this area mainly because the assets we have here. It's just a beautiful place, and I love that what you're doing with your show by highlighting the highlights of the area that people don't realize. I mean, go back to the airport. I fly out of Gainesville all the time.
Isn't it the best?
It's the best way.
I love it.
I get there, I get through security quick, and I'm on the plane and I'm out of here.
Not even that. You order your food at the little counter.
Oh yeah.
And then if you have to go, if they call you, you got to go to your gate. They'll bring you the food over at your gate. They'll go through the security. They Dance Alive. They've offered Dance Alive. We do the tree every year at the that beautiful Nutcracker tree.
Yeah.
We have a tree lighting ceremony every year at the Gainesville airport. We couldn't this year because of the construction. But I mean, one time my plane was like 40 minutes late, and that very rarely happens there. Very rarely happens.
Rare.
So they opened up the snack bar and told us to go order whatever we wanted. I mean, I'm from New York, LaGuardia.
Oh,
seriously.
It's horrible. Yeah, I mean it makes flying comfortable and nice.
I love it.
Because with the mortgage business, we would travel to these events, and when we're booking, the people booking for us are like, so you're going on to Jackson? No, I'm going on to Gainesville. Just got to Gainesville.
A lot of native Gainesvillians, G-villagers I call them,
Yeah.
don't even realize that. They said, but the flight over in Orlando is $100 cheaper. And I said, yeah.
Yeah.
What are you going to pay for parking?
You got to pay for parking, drive.
And if they're going to stay overnight because of that, you got a hotel room. So or you got to ask somebody to drive 2 hours one way and 2 hours back.
It's so much more convenient.
Go GNV.
Yeah. But I love that you're doing that with your show, because that is a huge thing. It's kind of what I'm trying to do here is to highlight Alachua and what's going on in Alachua. It's just it's so that Backyard Buddies. Did they find it on your Facebook page? How do they find it?
On my Facebook page. It's on YouTube. Linda Rocha at Keller Williams.
Yes.
There.
And people, you're looking for a house. Give her a call. Reach
Call
out
me.
to her.
Call
She'll
me.
take care of you. Trust me.
Absolutely.
Someone that's going to be dedicated to helping you out. That's definitely.
Thank you so much, Joe.
I love that you came on the show.
And you're going to be on my Backyard Buddy.
Unofficially sponsored by Miato. I tell you, the coffee, it gets the show started, Me and
Any time of the
Elio
day.
are in here just, we're going. So,
awesome. Thank you so much, Joe. I really enjoyed this.
I'm glad you came on, as I really wanted to highlight what you do for.
And you're going to be my Backyard Buddy one day.
Let's go out.
We're going to talk.
Let's go talk. Let's go see some gyms.
Gyms.
Yeah.
Okay. I need you there to help explain, because obviously I've never been to.
We'll go out and see everything. So.
That's fine.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching and spending some time with us. Thanks, Doreen, for giving us some comments and some cheering on there. So
go, Doreen.
Yes, awesome. So,
vote for her.
Oh yeah, you can go to her page, give her a
Facebook
vote.
page.
Her
She's
Facebook page. She's got a donation link there. Go ahead. So anyway, if you guys till next week, I have a great guest coming on next week, and we'll continue this every week, Thursday at 10 a.m. And have an awesome day, guys.
I'll be watching.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We'll get you next time.